Hello, it's Bud. Jeff has an interesting problem, and we're going to see if we can fix it. Come up with a solution. It's not the only solution, but what he wants is drilled holes, not a raster carve. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can accomplish that, and see what we end up with here. So let's go to his design, and we want to deal with this set of holes. So let's come down here, find out where they start, and okay, it looks like they may all be here together. I'm going to hold down Control and just click on each one. To make sure. Okay, that's the set we're going to work with. They have dimensions of 3.25 from the center and 3 from the edge, but that's listed to the center of the hole. So what we've got to do is figure out how we're going to get there. This would be much easier to lay it out without drilled holes to start with, and do our orientation and come back to it. But we're going to use what we have here and see if we can keep on going. Remember, this is concept, not the only way. The diameter of these holes is 1 inch and 1/8, 1.125. Okay, and the dimensions here, 3 1/4, 2 1/4, and these dimensions across the board we can look at as we go along. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, since those are highlighted, I'm going to group those. Now they all come up the top. Click on group as well. So I know they're at the top right now. Okay. So now I can look at this. This is 1 1/2 inch and 3 1/4. This is 3 1/2. This would be 2. It's 3 inches from this side. It's 2 1/2 inches from this side to this hole. And this will be a 5. The same dimensions down, up and down. And this is 6 1/2 up and down. Okay. So what we're going to do, what I'm going to try is, I'm going to take a line segment and draw crosshairs. I want to orient it to 0 and get it to 2 1/2. Okay, I'm going to do another one down here. I must have lucked out on the 0 part. Okay, it's a, I want to make it a 3. Okay, now do the ones here. I want that to be a 90. And I could probably copy that. Paste. Move it here. I want that to be 5. I want this one to be 3 1/2. Do another paste. I want this one to be a 6 1/2. So now I have those crosshairs. I'll do the same thing here. And I need one more line segment going this way. And a 0. And this was a 3.5. No, 3 1/4. Okay. 3 1/4. There. Now those are all inch and 1/8 holes. Highlight all these and see if I can do a hide. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to circle in here. And I want it 1.125. I'll copy that and paste. 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 Now all I have to do is orient those so that they're exactly the same place. Got one circle up here somewhere. Well, let me highlight these. Move this whole set. Right there. That line down there. Okay. So now if I highlight these, and do a group. Okay, I can keep my sanity, at least. Okay, so if I deal with this circle now and right where I want it, right on the crosshairs. Yeah, I could be more precise if I use some mathematics, but I'm just doing it this way. I can use the green lines. As well as a yellow dot. I'll make sure I get my arrows before I do that. Escape. It's not bad. Could have also turned on a grid and snapped this a little bit. Okay, one more. By golly, it's just about right on the money there. It just depends on how precise this has to be. You see where it would be easier to do this with the carve regions to begin with. Okay, so now let's highlight all these again. Make a carve region. I don't need much depth, but it really doesn't matter. They're all 1.25 inches, and it appears that they're all pretty close. They are a little bit off, so I could orient them here if I wanted to, so that they were exactly right, but it looks like they're pretty decent. Okay, for what we're doing, for the lesson portion, it'll be fine. Okay, so if I highlight the group and all of this, and make a pattern, and I'm going to call it a test, and save it. Okay. So now if I go to patterns, go to favorites, and run down the favorites and find a test. There I have it. Come over here in this blank area. And move it down a little bit so you can see it. Okay, so now I have let me turn off that feather so you get a better view of it. There's what I have using the carving bit. But I know I don't want to use a carving bit because of the time. I want to use a drill. And I want to orient it. Right now it's at a 0. Okay, so let's say I want that at a 120, and there they are at a 120. Maybe what I wanted was a 300. There they are at a 300, and I can move that anywhere on my board. And go through the same kind of process. Now what I want to do is I want to drill. So if I come up to drill and get this in the center, it's at 1/4, but I want a 1 1/4. 1.125, or not a I mean 1 1/8, yeah, that's what I meant. There I have it. And then I just keep going. My crosshairs where I want them. 1.125. 125. 1.125. There. And I'm just going to do each one. Okay. I need a drill. 1.125. Drill. 1.125. Drill. 1.125. Drill. 1.125. And there I have my holes, and I can see that I'm a little bit off. And I can move them so that I get rid of that overlap. Which one is that? 5. Anyway, you see the idea. And once I've done that, then I can get rid of this group. And I can get rid of this group. And I can get rid of these lines. I'm not sure where the other two are. Let me just do it here. And here I have these exactly where I want them. I placed them where I wanted them. They are no longer, well, they are a group. No, that's the wrong one. Okay. So do these drills. Let's see if I need to move them. I don't know that this is going to work, but we'll see. Yeah. I won't be able to change the angle, but I can group those and move them around where I want. Then I can also get rid of this. And I'll get rid of all the extraneous stuff. But that seems complicated, but it's not. It just takes a little bit of time. Is how we can orient a set of drilled holes after we've laid them out, so that we can rotate them however we want. I hope that helps. Jeff, enjoy.